This is a part of our continuation of our placemaking matters and our placemaking matter awards that we're doing for the community. If you remember this site and you remember it 6, 7 years ago, you remember barbed wire fence up around the whole school facility. You remember a football field back to your east, and you remember that you had a dilapidated building. Today we have some people who have really invested in this area, have redeveloped it, and have turned it into something that is very, very special today. If you look behind me, you can see all the uses that are being used for this building, and it's a repurposing of a building that at one time was S.R. Butler High, at another time it was a middle school, and today we have taken this building and repurposed it to an entertainment venue. And for that reason, this is the second award of the mayor's 4 awards, and this is our second award for Huntsville Preservation Month. This is kind of a neat thing on this campus. 2 craft breweries, Stone Event Center, retail shops, restaurants, entertainment venues, meeting places just like this. So a lot of neat things have happened right here, and I want to congratulate Randy Schrimsher, who was the developer of this, and I'm sure that Randy will admit readily that when he started talking about buying this and renovating it and making it into this, many people said, "Are you kidding me?" And it really came out to be a great facility, and it takes somebody with vision who can do it. So I'd like to call on Randy Schrimsher to talk and tell about this placemaking here. Randy?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Kling. Thank you, dear. Well, it was about 3 years ago, I think, when we actually started this process. And Mayor, as you said, I don't think they said or quite what you said. I think it was a little bit more elaborate about the ideas that we had for this place. But also, what you continually say about your administration is that it is a team approach, and this project has definitely been a team approach. From across the board, from the tenants, from the employees, from the city, from the school board, and just quickly, I'll give you a quick rundown that actually, when Tommy was talking about the football field, that was the first piece of property that I bought here. And I had no intention of taking on the school building. I thought, who would be crazy enough to do that? And the school board said, you really need to get interested in it. And I said, as soon as you come up with a use or an idea, let me know and I'll consider it. And it was about, like I said, 3 years ago this month when I got a call from Jason Taylor at the school board and said, we have a brewery that would be interested in this complex. Would you be interested in talking to them? Sure, be glad to. Well, as soon as we talked to them, ironically, we got another call from another brewery. Bill Rourke brought on Yellowhammer and said, we hear you putting together a brewery complex of local breweries, and we'd like to be part of that. And their only requirement was that we had to have a little space between the two. So the city was gracious enough to put in the Butler Green Park, which allowed both breweries to be here, and really started as the cornerstone. The next focus on that was, of course, Bubba Connors, who opened up Bubba's Catering and the event center here. We had Lone Goose come in shortly thereafter, and then all of a sudden, where we were looking at the eastern boundaries of the property, we were thinking that we might be lucky to get one tenant, one restaurant over there. And the phone just started ringing and ringing and ringing. So I quickly realized that we had to have somebody that could be able to take this and run. And Joy Skinner of our office agreed to take on that role, and I don't think she realized what she took on, because she really grabbed a tiger by the tail and has done an excellent job in bringing in all of these tenants that we now have. The good news is that we do have a few more spaces left. The bad news is we only have a few more spaces left. But it has been a fabulous approach, and we certainly appreciate the award, Mayor. I think that one of the main factors of this has been the design efforts for Matheny Goldman. I mean, they have done an excellent job in being able to tie the characteristics of the school, the expansion, the master planning of the whole campus, and has just done a fabulous job. I think that you can see that the repurposing of the we've tried to incorporate that in so many of the different areas. The gym flooring, which we had to take up because of the vats from straight to L. That wood has been used in in just about all aspects of the campus. Everything from the bar in Wish You Were Beer on the far eastern side to the seating out in the hallway. Straight to L has used it in so many different creative ways. So we have tried to use the aspects and the elements of this building to really make it more of a well-used facility, and not try to just haul it to the dump. And I think that hopefully that has been seen as well. And of course, you've got to thank the bank for this, because this as we're talking about some crazy events. When we were talking about financing this project, we had so many of the bankers that looked at this and said, wow, craft beer, that's got to be a fad. It cannot last very long. Well, it's lasted a pretty good while, and we hope it will continue to do so. But Bank Independent has been a great player in being able to handle and to be able to allow us the opportunity to do all these things. So we appreciate very much the award, Mayor, Councilman Kling. Thank you so much for the city's help. Without all aspects of everybody, none of this would have been possible. So we do thank you very much.
All right, we'd like to ask Councilman Bill Kling. This is his district, and one of the babies in the middle of his district, which has really brought along his whole district to coming up. Councilman Kling.
Thank you, Mayor. I had the easiest job of anyone in this room. All I had to do is raise my hand and say yes when the motion came up. Mayor Battle has certainly made a wonderful investment in the central areas of the city, not just this district, but in other districts throughout the city. And what a great investment. This has been such a great shot in the arm for Holiday Homes, Merrimack, Low Mill, and the West Lawn neighborhoods. And it's such a great teamwork you two put together, and to recognize and what you have done to make historic recognition such an important part of our community. I think this is what makes Huntsville a very special place. And Mayor, again, thank you, because it was your commitment and your leadership that really got the ball rolling, and we very much appreciate it. And Randy, like I said, you did great. You done good. So thank all of you.
And finally, we'd like to wrap it up. We'd like Jessica White, our city preservationist, to come up and tell us a little bit about the importance of preservation and how this is really recycling of an old building, turning it into something that was maybe had a 18th or 20th century use, but now has a 21st century use. Jessica.
Thank you, Mayor Battle. I appreciate you coming here today and presenting this award. I appreciate all that you've done, Mr. Schrimsher, and you as well, Mr. Kling, Councilmember Kling. So Huntsville has really been cutting edge when it comes to adaptive reuse, and buildings like this and campuses like this, and the foresight to have new modern uses coming into these spaces to create new ideas and rejuvenating our historic places is really what Huntsville is all about, and what makes it so cutting edge. And we just are so appreciative of all the work that you've done to help this happen in our city. So May is Preservation Month, as Mayor Battle has mentioned, and we're going to be celebrating all month long. Mayor Battle has 2 more mystery places to recognize here in our city, and we will be giving feedback on Facebook and hints on Facebook, so stay tuned for that. We will also be joined by our city council members to recognize historic places in their district that matter to them throughout the month. But we won't stop there. We ask all of you to get involved in Preservation Month using the hashtag ThisPlaceMattersHSV. You can get on Facebook or on Twitter and nominate historic sites that matter to you in the city. We also have another major event that is coming up here soon on the 16th. It'll actually be held in the AV room here where we are at Campus 805. It'll be at 6 o'clock on May 16th. And we'll have Professor Emeritus from Auburn University, Cheryl Morgan, giving a presentation. We will also have a full-body panel discussion led by Donna Castellano with the Historic Huntsville Foundation. She'll be moderating. We'll have leaders like Chad Emerson with Downtown Huntsville, Inc. on board. We will have our urban long-range planner, Dennis Madsen, and we'll also have Jennifer Moore from the Center Convention and Visitors Bureau as well. So we're going to hope to have a really full-bodied event presentation on preservation in Huntsville. So we hope that you can come out and join us for that event. Jessica Carlton, our city's digital media specialist, is Facebook Living right now. And afterwards, she's going to be helping us do a behind-the-scenes tour of Campus 805, so you'll want to stay tuned for that today. It'll be posted on the city's Facebook page as well as the Huntsville Historic Preservation Commission's Facebook page. Again, I thank you all for being here, and thank you for everything that you're doing in our city mayor battle.